And hey, welcome to the 5 a.m. Mester Scrum Show. Hope you're doing well. Today is Thursday on our program, and I want to talk about doing 4 retros a day and 4Xing your day. And I want to talk about that, listening to Ed Mylett and Dan Martell and reflecting on my morning little clip I sent out today about being behind and what I was doing. So I was actually doing a little retro of my evening work related to my book. So I want to talk about that today. How do you use retrospect 4 times a day? And you're like, Greg, Scrum's like, do a retrospective once a week. But I'm talking about this for yourself, for your business. I mean, really for yourself, but it applies to anything. And it's how we can use retrospectives 4 times a day to get 4 times better, quicker, faster. And we're going to get that today. In our program, we're on Thursdays, we talk about roles, requirements, reviews, and retrospectives. Today, it's about personal retrospectives and how you can do it 4 times a day and get 4 times faster in what you do. So Ed Mylett. So I'm listening to Ed Mylett this morning, and it's what triggered this thing. I try to give stuff that comes to mind as we go, because it is a live broadcast, by the way. And if you need coaching, if you get 4 times your thing, let me know. Send me a note. I do personal coaching as well as business and executive and corporate coaching for people who want coaching part-time. Why 4X? So Ed Mylett talks about micro days or getting twice as much stuff in a day. So like in 30 days, can you imagine if you had, instead of 30 days, you actually had 60 or 90 days? I think he used third days. He does 3 times a day. I do it 4 times a day. How I break it down in 4 days. So what he says is there's no rule that says a day has to be 24 hours. So in his mind, he does 3 6-hour days in a day. So he does a 6-hour, 6-hour, and 6-hour. So it's 18 hours a day because the rest you're sleeping, right? So that 6-hour sleep makes sense. So he does 3 6-hour days instead of a 24-hour day. So he gets 3 times as much days in as normal people do. And probably why he is a billionaire, right? A multi-billionaire and a big-time speaker. So how can you do that? As you're just a normal person like myself, what do you do? Well, here's what I do. I actually do it I actually have 4 days in a day. It ties a little bit into what Ed Mylett says, but also my other mentor, Dan Martell, and here comes Bubbles. Of course, she knows when I'm on. She's trying to figure out what she wants to do. Her sister's here. I don't know if we're going to get a cat fight. Hopefully not. We'll see how it goes. But I have a feeling we're going to get a visitor from Bubbles very shortly. She's eyeing me up. She's trying to be nonchalant. Anyway, so what do you do? How do you get 4 days in a day, Greg? What are you doing? So I think so Dan Martell talks about energy levels. And I kind of refer to what I am doing in those days. So, hi, Bubbles. Do you want to say hi to everyone? Can we get this out of the way? Here, there she is. Got the cat out of the way. She's here. She tracks me down. So I do it based on energy levels and what the goals are. And the thing is, so many people try in Scrum and corporate world, they compare sprints to or days to each other day. And I don't do that. My 4 days are slightly different. I got a morning. I got pre-kid. So my morning goes from 5 a.m. to about 7:30 when the kids are gone. From 7:30 to lunchtime, which is my morning. And then from lunchtime to about 5 o'clock, 4 o'clock, 5 o'clock, 5:30, 6 o'clock, somewhere in there. And then from that time, which is like post-dinner on until I go to bed. So I have 4 days. And the reason why I do that, each one's a little bit different in how I tackle it and my energy level. My first day is for me getting all my stuff done for my time. Then the second part is all my business stuff in the morning. Second part in the afternoon, again, it's business. Takes a slightly turn where I'm doing more meetings with people and maybe doing some trainings and doing stuff related to that. And then the evening is writing my book, which I'm behind on, which is why I was retrospecting and why you heard me this morning talk about sometimes you get behind and so those are my 4 days. right? And each one has a different energy level depending on what I am do. Sometimes I get too much energy in the evening because that's when I go to the gym and work out around 8:30, 9 o'clock. And I come back too pumped and I can't go back to sleep. So it's something I do. I'm retrospecting on that. I got comments now. Let's see. Someone's got a comment. Let's see. Oh, we got someone from Nigeria joining, Joseph. Okay, thanks, Joseph. So one of the things I do is I do that, but one of the things he talks about a little bit is retrospecting. How did I do that day? So as I plan my day, actually, I need to make that change in how I plan my calendar. I need to do 4 little things. What am I doing each one of them? Actually, that's a pretty good idea. I'm changing things. I just retrospected on my calendar. When I plan my day, I say, here are my tasks. I should put in each one of those tasks day 1, 2, 3, and 4, and what I'm going to accomplish in each one of those 4. Oh, that was an awesome idea. I hope you do it. I'm going to do it. I'll share you what I came up with when I do that today and modify my tasks. So anyway, so you retrospect on it. So the way you get better, it's not just having 4 days. We talk about having a sprint. Oh, we did a sprint. It's about getting better. So each day, so in the morning, afternoon, evening, and late evening, you do a little retrospect, or maybe the next morning on the retrospect on the day before. How did you do? Did you accomplish your goals? What can you do better? What caused you to fail? TV is a really bad thing, to be honest with you. But you do a retrospective for sure. You're doing 4 retrospectives in a day. Now, just visualize this in your brain, how much further along you will be in what you're trying to do and accomplish if you retrospect 4 times a day. That's 4 times a day that you're trying to get better and learn what new ways to tackle what you want to do. So those are the kind of things you think about. So 4 retros per day will get you 4 times quicker. Okay, so what's Joseph has? I do have a challenge on how I can keep my routine. So I need a bit of clarification steps you need to follow to keep it consistent. Okay, so I'll show his comment. So this is Joseph's comment. He's asking, and I got to watch the time because we always do this under 15 minutes. I do have some challenges on how to keep up my routine. So I need a bit of clarification on steps I should follow to keep it consistent. Okay, Joseph. So let's talk about that a little bit. So to keep it consistent, the best thing is having a morning routine. How good are you in the morning routine? And I do that with my 67-day challenge, 5 a.m., where you lay out your things you want to do for yourself every morning. One of them is planning. So you plan every morning. So this is why they're all different. So I retrospect. Did I do my biking? Did I do my reading? Did I do my planning? Did I do my thankfulness, my gratefulness? Did I plan my tasks? Did I look at my goals? So those are like core things. And also from a business perspective, and if you want to help your career or business, did I reach out and say hi to people in my social media? I use LinkedIn a lot. So you probably get a lot of good jobs and congratulations. I just check on everyone and just say hello in the morning and reach out to people and do that in the morning. Once you establish that every day, it makes the other 3 micro days better. Also think about if you want to keep your routine or keeping it consistent by making them smaller, just like we learn if you're a Scrum Master and that. And Agile, keeping your time boxes smaller allows you to maintain what you want to do, because if you have bigger time, and this is what I did before, I noticed that I was saying to myself, just like in a team, when they have longer and longer time boxes, oh, I have more time to get that done. Oh, I have more time to write my next chapter of my book, which is what I'm retrospecting from last night. Oh, I have more time to take this class. Oh, I have more time to learn AI. And what happens is bigger the blocks versus splitting them up in 4, you may not do it. You may push it off. Oh, I have time. You may get distracted by other little things, email, LinkedIn messages, whatever, chat, Slack, whatever you're using. But by making it 4, and then what you do, and I'll post up on my LinkedIn a picture when I'm talking about how I do it from my book for today's writings, what I'm doing. Each little day. So I got the morning day where I do all my planning for me and everything. I got my post-kid morning, which are going to school soon enough. And then I have my afternoon and I have my evening. You put one of your goals that you want to accomplish in each one of those 4 days. Can you imagine if every day you accomplish one of those 4 goals at each one of those segments every day? You will be so much more advanced than anybody else. So this is where that retrospective in the 4 times a day. So, and then your retrospective. How well did I do at writing my goals yesterday? I don't want to talk about yesterday, but because it was bad. And then what am I doing today? What did I do in the morning? How well did I do? Did I get the stuff I wanted to do? I look at my calendar, things I have in my calendar. Did I do them? Did I do enough reach out? Right now I'm doing some more marketing, engaging with people. Did I do that? Did I craft some new AI stuff? What did I do? Did I take a class? Yeah, it was a full day of class. Yeah, I accomplished all that. Now I have to apply everything I learned in class the other day. Kind of hard to do. But then the evening, did I go to the gym? Did I write my book? Did I do this? Did I spend some time with the family? Whatever that would be in the evening, how did I do? Right? And then you retrospect all that. And it's just in your head. You don't have to write it down. You can write it down. Did I get improvement? You can write little notes over top because who cares? It's your notebook. It doesn't really matter. You can write more notes. You can write on the next page. You you just buy those books. They cost like $10. Well, actually, they're pretty expensive now. They're like $12, $14 here in the States. Little books like this, something like that. But I do to write my notes down. And that's how you can stay consistent. Right. And the retrospectives we do 4 times a day now because we have 4 days help us stay consistent and say what made it so that I could not achieve. I hope that helps Joseph out with what he's concerned on. But if you break it down, but again, I will snap a picture. I will put it in LinkedIn later today. So hopefully between today and tomorrow, you go, what did Greg have? And you'll see what I did. I promise you I'll put that up because I do it every day. So it's easy for me to do. I just take a picture. But that's how you do it. That's how you get 4 times as productive as anybody else. Now I wrote my thing about I just keep trying. So I have 4 times a day. I just keep trying. And that's how I get stuff done. You're welcome, Joseph. There you go. Appreciate that. So it's very helpful. Thank you so much for worth implementing a genuine and concise outcome. There you go. You're welcome, Joseph. Hope I help other people. And again, I'll put that up later today. And since we're at the 1340 mark in our show and we try to be under 15 minutes like a daily Scrum, I'm going to call it a conclusion. However, if you need coaching, reach out to me. I do personal coaching. And I have a program where you can be part of multiple people if you want to save some money, ask questions, see what other people have, things like that. I have that program. I have team coaching for if you have a team or organization. You need someone to come out and coach your Scrum Master. You don't want to pay full time. Give me a holler. I'm not looking for full-time gigs. I have enough stuff. I just like to help organization, company, and for small businesses. So if you're a small, medium-sized business, you're looking to grow. Think about if you had a small business and you broke it down in 4 days and you were to grow. Do you think I think your company would like grow all by itself just because you're focused on what you need to do in those 4 micro days. And they're like, oh, I can do it later. I can clean the office. I can clean the shop. Maybe not. Maybe you need to make it smaller days. I want to clean the shop this morning, next 4 hours. But that's what I'm going to do. So with that, I want to wish you the best. I want to wish you good luck. I want to wish you happy scrumming and enjoy your day. Take care, everyone.